The market's gonna crash, the market's gonna crash, 2008 is gonna happen all over again. No, it's not, Chicken Little. Home prices are not going to crash. Look, I get it. It's way more exciting to predict another housing market crash. That gets way more attention in the news and social media. Do you know why people love the narrative that the market's gonna crash? Because it gives them permission to sit on the sidelines. Well, I'm here to tell you home prices are not gonna crash. Stop making excuses, get off your ass, and get in the game. By the way, it doesn't even matter to me if prices do drop because I'll make just as much money on the way down because I know how to play the game. So I don't have a hidden agenda to play off of your fears. So if you're interested in the truth backed by data, keep watching this video. But first, if you're new here, my name is Jerry Norton. I make millions of dollars a year wholesaling and flipping houses. And here on my YouTube channel, I show you how to do the same. So if you want to be a flipping genius like me and live your dream life, subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Now, before taking a look at all the reasons why real estate prices won't decline, let alone crash in 2024, you have to first understand what would have to happen for that to occur. The only way to drive prices down is to flood the market with inventory. And the only way to crash the market is to flood the market with distressed inventory, known as foreclosures. And neither of those situations are going to happen anytime soon. Right now, despite the highest mortgage rates in 20 years, going into the last quarter of 2023, according to NAR data, the median home sales price nationwide is up 2.8% from 1 year ago at $394,000. And compared to a year ago, there is an 8.1% decline in housing supply with only 3.4 months of inventory, which is low enough to be considered a seller's market. So what does this data tell us? It tells us that as of now, high mortgage rates and high home prices are dissuading would-be buyers. It tells us that sellers are unlikely to give up their low interest rate for a much higher one. And it tells us that low housing inventory gives sellers the upper hand in the housing market. Now, there are several other reasons why prices won't decline in 2024. But before we get to that, this video is sponsored by PropWire. With over 57 million records, PropWire is the nation's largest database of distressed seller leads. And here's the cool part. You can search and download unlimited leads absolutely free. Not a trial or a promo. It's free. No pay-per-lead fees and no monthly subscriptions. That means there's nothing stopping you from finding your first or next deal. So to do your first search, go to joinpropwire.com. Now, the first reason why prices won't decline in 2024 is because we have the best homeowners on record ever. And I'm not even talking about the over 40% of homes that don't even have a mortgage. I am just talking about homeowners who are paying a mortgage. Take a look at this chart that shows bankruptcies and foreclosures. As you can see, it was awful from 2005 to 2008. But look at 2010 to 2023. People's credit is phenomenal compared to the housing bubble crash years. Now, why is that? Well, after the '08 crash in 2010, the government passed the qualified mortgage rule, which set high standards for borrowers in terms of credit score and their ability to repay loans. So since then, we started originating traditional, boring 30-year fixed-rate mortgage loans with guidelines that ensured borrowers were qualified. Another way to quantify how today's borrowers are better than ever is to look at the history of borrowers' FICO scores. Take a look at this chart. You can see that low FICO scores were really high leading up to the '08 crash, but look at the past few years. You can see that the days of the low FICO homebuyer are long gone. Now, this protects the housing market from another crash in home prices like we saw in 2008. To me, it's clear that a real estate crash won't happen due to bad loans like the '08 crash, but there is another risk we face going into 2024, and that's a labor crash with people losing their jobs. The worries that the Federal Reserve over-tightening the economy will likely cause a softening labor market in 2024. And that's a legit concern, but that doesn't mean we'll see a job loss recession anytime soon. There are a few things that we can look at to see why. First, it's not considered a job loss recession until jobless claims rise above 323,000, and currently we aren't anywhere near there. As of this recording, jobless claims are in the low 200,000s. But for argument's sake, let's say that in 2024 we see a huge spike in jobless claims, resulting in a job loss recession, which would cause home loan defaults, which would cause an increase in foreclosure inventory, which would cause real estate prices to plummet. That's what would have to happen. Well, there are two reasons why that won't happen in 2024, if at all. First, Americans have too much equity. According to Black Knight in 2023, the average home buyer has $200,000 in equity. That means if you lose your job, you will sell your house to realize the equity rather than lose the home to foreclosure. Second, even if that did happen and we saw a huge increase in loan defaults, think about the timeline for the foreclosure process. Once someone is 30 days late, it takes about 18 months for that new foreclosure to hit the market, so we wouldn't even see that inventory until at least mid-2025. As we can see in this chart, we currently have a little bit of an increase happening right now in the 90 to 120 days late, but still historically low and nowhere near having any kind of significant impact on the housing market. Look, here's the bottom line. Home borrowers have a strong credit profile. Home borrowers have equity in their homes, and we're nowhere near a job loss recession, and even if and when that happens, it takes 18 months to see the impact. Not only will prices not drop in 2024, they will probably rise another 3 to 4%. So what does all of this mean for you? It doesn't mean anything. It means the same thing if the market were going to decline. It means now is a good time as any. It means there is massive opportunity for you right now in real estate. It means get off the sidelines and get in the game. Look, if you're serious about making 2024 the year you crush it in real estate, be sure to get my advanced training program called 8-Week Academy. Now, this training is designed to show you how to make 6 figures in real estate in the next 12 months. I used to sell this training for $1,500, but for a limited time, I'm giving it away for free. Just go to 8weekacademy.com to get that now, and I'll see you on the next video.